Hey guys, it's the Dean's office for Bash U. It is the week of January 17th, and it's very, very busy at Bash University. Our classes are up and running right now, and we're traveling all over the country. We're seeing people that fish for smallmouth, largemouth, spotted bass, and all the rest. We're enjoying meeting everybody, and I'll tell you a little bit more about our classes here in just a little while. But last week, there was an interesting seminar that really got out there and had a lot of legs. Was Ike's punch shotting seminar. It's a new technique that he learned while he was in Japan, and he breaks it down on the water, from the line he uses, how he presents the lure, how he sets the hook and executes on a fish catch. It's a way to present a power bait in a finesse fashion. It's called punch shotting. So if you haven't looked at that, go back and check that out. That's a brand new technique. You're going to be hearing a lot about it this year. And last week was John Murray's suspended bass seminar. Suspended bass continue to be the most challenging fish to catch, but with the advent of all of our new electronics, it's becoming easier to target and catch those fish. And John articulates how to do that very, very well. He comes from the southwestern part of the country, Lake Mead and those types of places. Lake Mead is got water clarity like I've never seen before. I competed in a Bassmaster Top 100 tournament there. Geez, it's got to be 15 years ago now. And I was amazed at the water clarity. Now, I'm from the Northeast. We have clear water here, but Lake Mead is a whole different kind of animal. You could see 30, 40 feet to the bottom at times in certain places of the lake. And I'll never forget being able to look over the side of my boat. I almost felt like I was falling, like standing on top of a building. The water was so clear that you could see straight to the bottom in 40 feet. It's an amazing place. And this is where John learned about catching suspended fish. And he talks about a couple of really cool things, shade lines being important, and how in that gin clear water suspended fish use shade lines. Something that I've not heard before, which is slow rolling a drop shot. That is new to me, and a very interesting way to target these fish. Also talks about spy baiting, swim baits, and A-rigs, which A-rigs are outlawed in a lot of tournaments, but extremely effective at catching suspended fish. And the spy bait craze, this is an Arashi spy bait, and these little guys are well suited for catching fish in clear water that are suspended and inactive. I'm using them a lot for smallmouth up in my part of the country, but tremendously effective at catching fish that are inactive and suspended. And John talks about that. So you want to go back and check that out. If you're frustrated by suspended fish, you want to learn more about that technique, this is a must-see for you. It certainly was an eye-opener for me. And we just come from Bash U in Kokomo, Indiana. We had a great lineup. We had Kevin VanDam with us for the first time, and we've been getting a lot of questions about when is Kevin's seminars going to be released, and we're on schedule to release his seminars next week. The first one being How to Fish Power Baits in Cold Water by Kevin VanDam. That's going to be released next week, so look for that. That's going to be, again, a must-see. And we had a great time out there, a great bunch of people out in Kokomo, Indiana. We look forward to coming back for the next several years out there. So that happened this past weekend. Ike is coming up. Ike is talking about power finesse fishing. It's an on-water training seminar that he gives about how to make the adjustment from finesse fishing to power fishing and back again. It's so key because a lot of times as anglers we get caught up fishing one style, but conditions can change throughout the day, wind can come in, water clarity can change, and you have to move from a finesse style to a power fishing style to be able to trigger strikes from those bigger fish and keep yourself catching fish all day. The same is true when you're in a power fishing condition and we get bluebird skies and calm winds and we have to downsize and move over to a finesse presentation. So Mike's going to break that down for us this week. And Later on in the week, we're launching Ish Monroe's Mat Fishing Seminar. Now, a lot of you might think that mat fishing is exclusive to Florida or South Texas or the coastal kind of waterways where there's a lot of vegetation, but I'm here to tell you mats exist at every body of water all over the country, depending on the time of year. And fish love to use mats. They use them for security and they use them to feed. And mats can be anything from a hydrilla vegetative mat to a floating debris mat at different parts of the country. So mat fishing is a very unique style of fishing, and the first time you ever get a bite out of a mat, it's quite an experience punching with an ounce or an ounce and a half weight, and as that bait pierces the mat, and you get that distinctive thunk or tick, and setting the hook, you never know what you're going to get. Is it going to be 12 inches or 12 pounds? Which oftentimes some of the biggest fish in the lake are relating to those mats. So it's a very, very important seminar. Ish is very talented and has won fishing this style. In particular, the Missile D-Bomb, which is his bait of choice in most situations for punching mats. And I'm looking forward to learning a little bit more details and helping my game when it comes to mat fishing. That's going to be Ish talking about mats later on in the week. Now, we've got some other really big events coming up for Bash University. In Tulsa this weekend, we're going to be back in Tulsa. This will be our 4th year in a row. We're back in Tulsa. Look forward to seeing everybody out there. Go to thebashuniversity.com and you can purchase tickets for Tulsa. We still have them available there. We have a social going on from 6 to 8 p.m. at the VanDam Hotel. So we hope all of our students will swing by and hang out with our staff and their speakers that are in on Friday night. So come by and check that out. We've got a great lineup, pretty much being headlined by Gerald Swindle, the 2016 Angler of the Year, and dedicates a lot of his seminar time to the power of positive thinking, the mental approach to fishing, and how he uses that approach to win Angler of the Year 2 times now for G. What an amazing accomplishment. That's a very small group that has multiple Angler of the Year titles. So congratulations on winning that title, and look forward to seeing you out there in Tulsa. So you definitely want to check that out at thebashuniversity.com. Now, this week on Wednesday, and the date is the 18th, January 18th at 7 p.m., we're going to have Bash University live. Don't want to miss that. We've got a great lineup. For those of you that can't make it to Tulsa, you definitely want to check this out because Gerald Swindle will be live with us around 8 p.m. The show starts at 7. We're going to have Chris Lane on as well. I'm sorry, I'm going to correct it. We're going to have Gerald on at 7:30. We're going to have Chris Lane on at 8 p.m. These are Eastern times. And for subscribers to Bash University TV, you're going to be able to instant message in with your questions. So definitely get prepared for that. Get your questions ready to go and tune in to Bash U Live at 7 p.m. That's going to be tomorrow night. That's January 18th, 7 p.m. Chris Lane and Gerald Swindle. Bring your questions. We're going to have lots of giveaway prizes and lots of other great fun stuff happening tomorrow night. So come by, check it out with Ike and myself. We'll look forward to talking to you there. And we have a lot more coming for Bash University TV. Like I said, Kevin VanDam's seminar is going to be released next week, so look for that. That'll be one of his first seminars. I know we've gotten a lot of questions regarding that, so that's coming real soon, and a lot of other great stuff, some very, very important information that's going to help you move your bass fishing to the next level. So if you haven't subscribed to Bash University TV, I want to invite you to do that, and you can do that at bashu.tv. And guess what? You can check it out for 10 days for free. Just come by, check it out. We think you're really going to like what we have to offer. We have over 200 instructional courses there on everything in bass fishing, from the greatest anglers in the world talking about what they're really good at. So check that out at Bashu TV. Come on over and join us. I'm Pete Gluzek from the Dean's Office for Bash University.